Hey guys, it is Seasons of Hustle Bootcamp Day 26. We are continuing our journey through the ranks tonight, and we are exploring what it takes to get from silver to gold. So we talked earlier in Bootcamp about these compensation plan brochures. So I just want to point out something to you. So far, all the ranks that we've talked about, so distributor, star, senior star, and executive, have all been in this creating a foundation section of the comp plan. Now we're focusing on this building your business section. So this is where silver, gold, and platinum ranks are. So be sure you check this out so you can see the different levels that you earn between each rank, and just kind of take in how they separate out those three sections. I think that's pretty cool how they do that, and it's a really good visual. So, congratulations on achieving silver. Silver is a huge accomplishment, and those of you who've earned Silver Retreat, huge congratulations on that as well. That is an amazing trip. I know you guys are going to be blessed by the time that you spend there. And I want you to continue on and hit gold and earn Gold Retreat. Gold Retreat is one of the most amazing events I've attended. I've actually attended it twice, and it is one of my favorite Young Living retreats. There's so many fun things that happen on those trips. I'm not going to spoil all the fun for you. I'm going to leave some surprises there, but just know these are intricate parts of your business that you want to earn, and these are things that are memories that are going to last a lifetime. So let's talk about the jump from silver to gold. What does it take to become a gold leader? So to become a gold leader, you need 35,000 OGV. So that's your organizational volume as a whole. So you and everyone in your organization. You need 3 legs. So you need 3 builders that have at least 6,000 OGV in their legs. And then you need 1,000 PGV, which is personal generation volume. So you need 1,000 outside of those 3 legs. And so that's what it takes to hit gold as a rank. So that is a pretty big jump from the 10,000 OGV for silver to the 35,000 OGV for gold. It is completely doable. It may take you a little bit longer if you don't have a ton of momentum yet, and that's totally okay. What I want to say about every rank from silver on up is no matter how long it takes to get you there, it is so worth it. So I want to share some statistics with you that they actually shared with us from corporate at one of the retreats that I was at. So all of you that have hit silver, the percentage of you that will actually continue on this journey compared to what they have tracked at corporate is only 30% of you are going to continue and hit the rank of gold. 70% of you are going to give up and quit. So I want to be an intricate part of changing that statistic. There is no excuse. There is no reason to stop where you are at. You got there because you're amazing at what you do, you have stories to tell, and you have a passion and you have a mission. So it's time to continue that mission when the days get hard, when the days get tough. It's okay to take a day or 2 break, reset your mind, and jump back in. You can absolutely, totally do this. It is so worth it. So who wants to be a part of that change with me? Who wants to be one of those 30%? And let's raise it to 40 and 50 and 60%. And let's continue up these ranks, and let's get oils in every person's home. Now, I'm not telling you these statistics to make it okay for you to say, oh, well, 70% of us don't do it. I'm just going to be one of those 70%. No, that is not an excuse. I'm not giving you these numbers to use as an excuse. I'm giving you these numbers as a way to empower you to say, I'm choosing to be one of those people who go forward. Now, the percentages for people who rank after gold are much higher. So that tells you that the jump from silver to gold is the hardest. Why? Because you cannot get from silver to gold without personal development. So you have to be willing to dig into you and do the work. You've heard us say this throughout boot camp, and we're going to say it again. You have to work on you. So I hate to tell you, but it is time to go to some type of personal development conference, leadership, pay for a leadership coach, something in that arena. It's time to do some of that work. So Downline Leadership by Eric Walton is a huge benefit. It's a book you can grab on Amazon, and then in that book it will tell you how to get into those leadership I think they're like little pods that they do. But do that, do First Steps to Success, GoPro, something. So it is time to hop on board with one of those personal development things if you want to continue on this journey. Now, a goal to income is an average of $5,600 a month. That's huge, y'all. Huge. So I don't care if it takes you 3 months, 3 years, 10 years. Will it not be worth it in that time frame to have a residual income of almost $6,000 a month that you can will to someone else? Think about it. Think about the long-term effects of this change. Think about how those decisions will propel you forward. Okay, so a trap I see people fall into at this point in their journey is they focus too much on trying to lead and they stop doing their own income producing activities. So what are those income producing activities that we will do at every rank? We're going to enroll people personally. We are going to share about essential rewards, and we are going to continue to get others to share. So those IPAs will never go away. There will be seasons where you enroll more people than others, but you will continually be looking for new people to bring into your organization. So in this chapter is actually one of my favorite sections of the book. And so I want you to read chapter 14 as part of your homework tonight. And I'm not going to go through the whole example, but when we talk about igniting the kindling in the book, it's one of my favorite parts. So I get the question all the time, how far down in my organization do I go? Okay, so here's my answer. You go all the way. I don't care how deep. I don't care if you have 10 levels, 20 levels, 30 levels, 50 levels. If you go down to the bottom and you get those little numbers at the bottom, creating some smoke, and they're growing, and you're getting some stars down here, and the people above them are starting to grow their organizations because these people are getting excited, it kind of starts a little spark. And as you keep going, that spark grows into a flame. And then that flame grows into a blaze as it goes up. So we're igniting that fire from the bottom up, because I've had so many leaders that actually, did this for a while and then they give up because they didn't make it in their own time frame, or they've had life happen, whatever the reason is for this point in time. And then somebody that they've enrolled catches fire. And you will be so shocked at what happens in that entire organization, in that entire tree, when there is growth down below. So reach down as far as you can, because once you learn about generations, it's okay if there is 8 or 10 people in between you and then somebody hits silver, because that creates a generation. So I'm not going to go into the compensation plan and train that on that whole thing, but just read enough about generations. Driven for Success is one of my favorite books for compensation plan understanding it. Like when I read that book, it actually made sense to me. So that's what I reference when I'm trying to train my team on the compensation plan. So it's a great resource if you want to grab that. So in this journey, we're going to do some of the same things from silver to gold that we've done up to this point. We are still going to be consistent. We are going to host classes, do one-on-ones, be doing business classes with our team. We're going to continue plugging into what our upline is providing. We're going to continue to attend corporate events, and we're going to be consistent on social media. So none of those things will change from what we have been doing thus far. So if you see that there is a need for your team that is not a resource that is already there, it's okay to work on that. But don't spend all of your time on that, and work smarter and not harder. Collaborate with your team. Who has the strengths of what you are trying to achieve and whatever resource that isn't available for your team. Work together and use it as the team's resource. So everyone's involved, and it's not just you over here spending hours and hours and hours doing one thing and your team not seeing you do income producing activities, because then they are not going to be doing income producing activities as well. And the work we do now, we usually don't see fruit from that until 3 to 4 to 5 months later. So think about the things you're doing right now. You're going to reap that harvest in 3 to 5 months. So if you spend 2 months creating something that's not there, or recreating the wheel, which we've told you is not the best idea, you're going to lose that momentum for 4 to 5 months from now as well. So you're going to continue to be a product of the product at this point. And at this point, you have probably gotten a ton of the oils that are on your wish list. You're taking a few of the supplements, but how many supplements are you taking? Have you really dove into the education on them? And what other products have you not explored in the product catalog? So I'm going to make a suggestion to you that will be one of your favorite purchases in your entire home, and that is the titanium cookware. That honestly is a product that I would invest in at this point, because you could do cooking classes with your team. You can show them. We don't really talk about the dangers of cookware enough, and that Young Living has cookware too. So I think sometimes we need to step out of the norm and let people experience Young Living in a different way. So this is just one of those ways that you can do that. So be sure you're looking at the foods that we have as well, the Acorn products, cereals, things like that, and expand your product knowledge in the areas that you aren't using a ton yet. So if you know a lot about the oils but not a lot about supplements, read about the supplements. If you know a lot about supplements but not a lot about the baby line, research the baby line. So you get what I'm saying. I don't know every person's product knowledge, so I can't just say this is a specific thing that you need to do at this point. You're going to be the person that's going to know where you need that knowledge, where you lack. So the next thing you're going to do as a silver trying to get to gold is you have to be a vision caster. So talk about kits and bundles with your team. Talk about ways that they can bundle things together for promos. So a 50 PV ER bundle. So sometimes people just need ideas, and sometimes people fall off Essential Rewards because they don't really know what to order. So if you're providing bundles for them and giving them ideas where it's simple, it's just like, here's these 2 or 3 products and this is the bundle, and they add those 3 products and it's simple, they're going to do that. It's really duplicatable to do that. And so make that accessible to your team. Have a 50 PV, 100 PV, 190 PV, 250 PV, 300 PV, and then go ahead and have a 400 PV as well, because we do get those from time to time, and you want to have those available for people that will want that 400 PV when it's given to us. Another thing that you should really be doing is making sure that all the new members on your team are welcomed, and you give them a really concise, easy, fresh start. So do something called a new member orientation with them. So once a month, host a Zoom call or a Facebook class, or send something out in the mail to all the new members to make sure that they have information on the products that they just bought. And right now is a really cool time to redo videos or do Facebook Lives or whatever for your team, because we just got the brand new PSK. So it's time to redo it anyway if you've already done it. So let's freshen those up. Let's give new perspectives. Let's keep them quick and simple. Remember, people want to know why they need it, how to use it, so go through all the questions. One thing that I think is really cool that you need to do is show them how to do the little things in the kit that are maybe kind of hidden. So the Aroma Glide fitment, not everybody knows how to put that on. Do a quick 2-minute video and show your people how to use it. They will actually use more of them once they see how simple it is. So show them in a video how to mix their Thieves Household Cleaner. Do a couple videos of Ninja mocktails. You get the idea. Get creative and just show simple ways for them to use what's in their hands. So invest in yourself is a section that we talk about at each rank. And I already kind of mentioned it at the beginning of this video. So personal development is key at this point, okay? So first step to success, GoPro, those things. Diamond Bound is a must for you at this point. Go to Diamond Bound, make it happen. Convention is no question. You have to go to convention at this point. It's the busiest work week of the year for you, and your team needs to come with you. It is so important to get your team involved and excited and get them attending convention, because it lights their fire. It gets them excited. It gets them to see the company firsthand. That will do more for your business than you can do by talking about seed to sale and talking about your own experience. So talk about it all year long and get your team to convention with you. At this point, you also need oily trends if you are not already doing oily trends. So you should have Project Broadcast, Oily Trends, and Oily Tools at this point. Those are three apps that I really don't think a leader can go without in this day and age between silver and gold. It's just way too beneficial to not have them in your business. At this point, you need some tax write-offs anyway. So go ahead and grab those. We talk about investing in the product in each section as well. So one of the things that I want you to invest in at this point is learning raindrop. If you haven't learned the raindrop technique, you can do that through care training. Care training is something at this point, yes, I would love for you to take it, but do me a favor. Do not go to care training and leave care training and be like, I want to be a care instructor and I'm going to focus all my time on doing this next 2 years of process to be a care instructor. There will come a time in your business where you can take that time away and do that, but now is too crucial of a point in your business that you need to be doing IPAs instead of investing your time into something else. So go to care and learn it for you. You can learn raindrop technique online as well, but learn raindrop, teach your team raindrop, and do raindrops for your team so they can see and feel the difference. If you have not had a raindrop yourself, please get one. It is going to be something that is really going to propel your business forward, knowing the information that comes with raindrop and the research and just the experience of having one. Flip kits. I am hoping at this point you already have some, but I wanted to share with you that I feel that 3 to 5 kits on hand, if you have a team that's rapidly growing and always having classes or one-on-one events, and letting some of your team that maybe can't invest in that yet know that they're available. That I have people that's like, hey, do you have a flip kit? I'm having a class on Friday and my other one hasn't come back in yet. Yes, I absolutely do. And then I let them borrow those. So be that resource for your team. Keep 3 to 5 flip kits on hand. I think at this point as well in your journey, it's a really great investment to either do a Zyto Balance or a Toby. Zyto Balance is my preferred because of how much information we actually get from it. So that's going to be a really cool thing to help you with your team reignite some of those people that maybe are kind of stale in knowing what to order and they don't really know what their next thing needs to be in their health and wellness. And so by doing these scans for people, you can help them come up with their next 3-month health and wellness routines and schedule their ER orders. So it just kind of brings a whole new perspective in for people and it can refresh your business. So I do feel like it's a really good investment at this point. Okay, so we talked about Elite Express in the previous video. If you just hit silver, you have 8 months to get gold in 8. And that Elite Express information is on Young Living's website, so be sure and check that out if you want to know all those details for those prizes for ranking up quickly. Remember, it's okay if you don't meet those Elite Express timelines, but it is there for those who are go-getters and want to do it quickly. So what is the bottom line of getting from silver to gold? Priorities. Your priorities have to be in line. Your team is going to be the weakest where you are the weakest. You need to look at those areas that need help and then lead in a way where you're doing them more effectively so your team can see that and then they will model that. It's going to take a lot of OGV to get to those next ranks. Essential rewards and product education for your team are crucial. You need to understand structure. That is key to going up the ranks and building a stable foundation. Help your team understand strategic placement too. You don't want to just learn it for yourself and then not share that knowledge. So training your team on the things you learn is a huge part of being a leader. All the duplication. We've talked about duplication all throughout Bootcamp, and I hope that duplication and consistency are 2 words that are really sticking with you at this point in Bootcamp because they are that important. You cannot be the one making it all happen. Your leaders have to step up, look deep into your legs and ignite that kindling from down below and talk to those and help those who are willing to commit and hustle. Incentives can be fun, but help those under you who don't have the income yet by giving gifts to motivate and encourage both your users and your builders. So sometimes what I will do for my builders is say, hey, I have this amount set aside in my budget. I can send you this amount of money to help you with an incentive. Would you like me to help you with that? And I help them create an incentive that will help them meet their goals. So instead of me investing, helping them invest where it's coming from them and an incentive from them and not necessarily from me. Because it doesn't matter where it's coming from as long as it helps our members, right? Okay, so we are going to pour recognition on our team at this point in time, which we should be doing all throughout, but you're going to start to get a lot more ranks, especially your first holiday season after hitting silver. You're going to be like, whoa, when you see the Black Friday and Cyber Monday numbers. Whether you realize it or not, it is such a big deal to edify your team and pour on those positive things and encourage them for the little things that you are seeing them do. They do a great Facebook post, give them a shout out. If you see them doing a first class, give them a shout out. So love on them in those little ways. Thanks and notice from a gold is worth volumes to a builder that's just getting started. Notice them, because remember what it was like for you when you were a star or senior star executive and a silver, gold, platinum, diamond took interest in you. You're like, whoa, they know who I am. No, that's the way it was for me. Write them and text them. Praise your top enrollers. Praise anything you want more of. So if there's things you want more of in your team, praise those actions. Okay. Don't get discouraged if you see some leapfrogging among your legs. So we have legs that go up and legs that go down and legs that go up and legs that go down. And all of a sudden this leg is growing and this leg's not. And this leg is growing, this leg's not. And then the next month is different. That's totally going to happen. Leaders will have life happen, and so will members. So we want to be there for those life moments for them too, and not only talk to them about oils and oily products. If they have something going on that's major in their life, connect with them in that area too and let them know you're there for them. This is where stacking and watching out for leaders to support and build under is key. So if you know what's going on within your organization, you will know more how to strategically plan. So on the personal focus side, remember it is time for some major management skills. Working through personality conflicts, complaints, and excuses is going to be half the battle. Be businesslike and do not take issues personally. People are coming to you because they are your leader, and it's okay to be firm with them. And it is also okay if there's something that is totally that you don't want to get in the middle of. Just be like, I'm not getting in that drama. I don't accept it. I'm, staying out of that. It's totally okay to do that. But you never want to talk down to your downline. And if you need help, ask your upline. Really hone in on your communication skills at this point. It's complicated now. First levels, 5 people below other leaders. You may even have leaders under you or that could be at a higher rank. So somebody under you may rank first. That's totally okay. Be humble, be loving, and be quick to listen. Ask for feedback. Begin the process of choosing how you spend your time wisely. Could you do something with this hour that can benefit hundreds instead of 5 people? Think through your scheduling. Gold is like Wednesday. What if you gave up on your week right there when you were about to make it to the weekend? Get your why. Plaster it everywhere and stay in the game. Your payoff is just around the corner. Losing your passion, we all get tired. We've been at this a while at this point, right? But if you invest wisely, you will be so glad you persevered, because what is on the other side of achieving this rank is so beautiful. Believe me, I have been there, I've experienced it, and I want you to be here with me. Focusing inward or on others beside, behind, and right in front of you. Instead, now is the time you really look ahead at the diamonds as leaders in your industry. What are they doing well? How can you learn from them? So find those that you really connect with. Follow them. If they offer a training, take it. If they have a group that's paid, do it. If they offer something that you can travel to go do, do it. Those people that fill your cup will help you get past through those times. So tomorrow we're going to dive in the journey from gold to platinum. But before we get off here tonight, I just want to say to you guys, it has been an amazing experience being here with you in boot camp. And a lot of you have been on here live every night. And I don't care if you're watching this video live, the replay 6 months from now, a year from now. You deserve this opportunity. You deserve to be at the top. You have gotten this far for a reason. It is time to dig deep. It is time to believe in yourself. It is time to speak life into your business and speak life into you. You know where you lack, where you need that life spoken, where you think your weaknesses are. It's time to work on them. It's time to push forward. It is time to be a golden girl, if you are a girl, or a golden guy. And it is time to push through, because a sparkly diamond is getting close on the other side. So gold, platinum, diamond, they are huge, amazing ranks with huge life-changing income. I've said 1,000 times, the income is not why I do this. It's because of the life change it makes for people. The income is just a second-hand thing that happens. But money in the hands of good people, think about what that can do. That is one thing that Mary Young says. We need more money in the hands of good people to do good things in this world. So I want good things for you, and I want oils in every person's home. I want to fulfill Gary Young's dream. So I hope you will continue on this road with me, and we will be celebrating at all of the events and all of the retreats coming up. So you can do this. Have a great night.